Okay, hello friends. Today actually we are going to do a debate. Not me, and these guys will do debates. Our topic is private school versus government school. Okay, so you are from a government school and these guys are from private school. Okay, so now we are going to start a debate. So first of all, who wants to going to speak?
Sir,
You. Okay.
private school is better than government school because private school provide better education, better facility, and many type of things as available electricity, fan, smart classes, and all teachers are qualified, and all student and all teachers are well disciplined, and daily check uniform and nail and hair, and all teacher and all student come in time daily, and
you are talking about education level. So I wanted to tell you that you know very well in the private school teacher only they are past 10th and 12th. But if you will talk about government school teacher, then they are past DLED, B.Ed, etc. So how can you say government school teacher are not well educated? And you are saying facility, about facility. So I wanted to tell you, you know very well, you are talking about smart classes. So nowadays in the government school also available many facility. Smart classes is also available in government school. So how can you say in the private schools only facility available? Tell me.
I accept this, you are right, but even government teacher like send their children in private school. So if government school education is low, so government teacher send your children in private school.
In the government school there is also available higher education. If you will talk about in this year Bihar topper, then she was Ramayani Rai, which she was studying in government school. Then how can you say government schools education is not good?
And private school student speak English, and government school student are not speak English, and private school connected CBSE board, and government school connected Bihar state board. So
you are saying that private schools students are speaking, they speak English. So if government schools students they wanna to learn English, so it's depend on children, because it's depend on student, because if they will say to sir we wanna to study English, then they can learn. So what do you want to say?
In the private school there is discipline, but in the government school there is no discipline, because in the private school there is many rules, but in the government school there is not. Like all Monday check nail, hair, uniform, shoes, hair, like this. But in the government school this type of rule not available in government school. That how can you say that about it?
You were talking about discipline. So yes. I wanted to tell you that in the private school students nowadays they are using cell phone in the classroom and they are talking on the cell phone. So how can you say private school student are disciplined? They are not disciplined. They don't obey they don't follow the discipline. So you can't say this. What do you want to say about it?
How can you say that in private school students use cell phone in the classroom?
I can say because I know about it. They are using cell phone in the classroom in the private school. If you don't know, then it's your problem.
Maybe it is happened in their school, but in my school there is not happened. Then how can you say that all private school happen these things?
Leave it, but you should accept this. Do you know after the examination of 10th, all students want to go in the government school for higher education.
I know that, but lower education, in CBSE board is too good. Their teachers are well qualified. They teach English, but in government school, teachers are not teaching English properly. They only know about Hindi. Then how can you say that this is too important?
You were saying that in the government school, lower education is very good, but there are also lower education is good in the government school. But in the government school, all teachers must have studied to B.Ed and D.Led. But in the private school, almost all teachers must have studied 12th studied. How can you say that in the private school, lower education is good?
I know that government teachers are well educated, but they don't want to teach a student. They don't know how to teach a student. Then how can you say that they teach properly in a school?
It's depend on students. About central school, it is very famous. From government school, how many RPF, Daroga, UP police and Bihar police? How can you say that they don't want to teach?
Nowadays generation is speaking English, but government school students are not. They don't know how to speak English. They don't know how to read English. Then how can you say that this is not good? Then how can you say that IPS and police are they wanna be? How can you say that?
Nice. We know very well. Nowadays, in the government school, students are also speak English and also read English and learn English. How can you say that in the government school, students don't speak English?
I know government teachers are well educated and they are selected after touch exam and interview, but government teachers are not dedicate student result, and because government teacher have non-teaching work. Government teacher has non-teaching work as election and COVID vaccine and many other meeting. And private teacher are very dedicated and hardworking. They are very excited on a student result. And
You were saying that government schools teacher are not dedicated for result. You were saying that government school teacher are not dedicated for result. So how can Ramani Rasi, how can she come Bihar topper? You know, she was studying in government school. So how can you say they are not dedicated for result?